What were the initial Bunkhouse Stampede matches like?
Fun, but brutal. It's real easy when you got 20 or 25 guys in the ring. You're always going to have 7 or 8 not paying attention. A lot of broke ankles came out of that, some blown out knees. Obviously, a lot of stitches. But I think it was, exciting for the fans. I mean, 25 guys in there, come as you are, do what you want. I think it was the first kind of mass deal like that of its time.
Right. It was way before the Royal Rumble. So.
Oh, yeah.
What are your memories of your matches with Barry Windham?
Barry Windham struck me as probably, he's a phenomenon. Again, Barry would stay up all night. Barry would have a beautiful girl on his arm. He would stay up all night. He could go an hour, 90 minutes if he had to wrestling. Never went to the gym. And to be so big, he could do the strongman stuff, but he was as polished as Brad Armstrong. He was the all-around cowboy. And sweetheart of a guy. Here was Barry's deal. If Barry had $5,000 in his pocket and the keys to a Porsche sitting out back and a chick scheduled to meet him, he was set. That's as far as his ambition went.
Right.
Because Barry could have been the very best for as long as he wanted to be. He just, Barry would work a while, take some time off. Work a while, take some time off. This business, as you know, everything is momentum.
Right.
You're off TV for 6 months. You're out of mind. I don't care who you are.
Right.
And I think if he had one shortcoming, and I don't think it is, because as it turned out, Barry married a very wealthy girl, got a couple beautiful babies, beautiful girl, South Georgia. I think they own half of South Georgia, for God's sakes. It worked out for him. But wrestling, Barry, was a dream.
Right. Now, did you prefer wrestling singles or tag team?
Tag.
Tag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
What are your memories of the first Crockett Cup?
I think that Tully and I didn't do very well. That was New Orleans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were we partners? I think Tully and I got put out by the Fantastics early.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. We didn't do very well at all. I thought it was a great concept, great promotion. Again, to go into a building that size, I thought was a mistake. We made a lot of hot shot mistakes in those days. I don't know what the rent on the Superdome was, but good Lord, it had to be huge.
Right.
If we did 20,000 people that night, it would have been much better to have went to the small building and filled it completely up, standing room only, maybe, other than have half the Superdome empty, and they had it halved off anyway. So that, you think about those things if you're a wrestler and you're in there and you look at the ambiance and you see all these empty seats. It adds to the atmosphere, and atmosphere is everything as a wrestler. If you've got 50 people sitting there not making a sound, those bumps hurt, and they hurt 10 times as bad. Take that same bump with 15,000 people screaming and that place rumbling, you don't feel a thing. So that's just kind of things you remember.
Right. Now, you worked the first War Games. You were the first guy in the cage. Mm-hmm. I think that was Florida, I believe. What was that like? Oh, yeah, the first one, wasn't it?
I think, again, that was the first War Games, and I think it was the best. I don't know why. I guess it was just, it stands out as being the first, and it was one of the most violent. Starting that thing, you were in there for about 33 to 35 minutes.
Right.
And it was, there wasn't a wrestling hold for 35 minutes, and I wasn't a big cardio guy. I mean, Rick was pounding that Stairmaster. I didn't. I was in ring shape, thank God, but it was one of the most draining, because it was just getting banged and bumped around, and there was never a point that you could rest. And everybody was bleeding. I think it stands out as probably, in my mind, the best War Games. That one and the one we had in Jacksonville, which involved the Dangerous Alliance. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
those two stand out. But the first one will always be special because, again, it was the concept.
Were there ever any plans, I guess, around this time to break up the Horsemen?
No.
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 No, eventually Lex turned in the Bunkhouse Stampede, I think, when he threw JJ over the top rope.
That was the first step of it. And then actually it was Windham.
Right, Windham
that
took his
switched.
place.
Luger made a selfish deal. We had it designed to let JJ win. Luger was supposed to just jump over if he managed to be the last guy. And
right.
We just said, eliminate yourself. Let's give this one to JJ. It was just a thank you for JJ being a hell of a manager and a hell of a guy. Luger double-crossed us, threw JJ out. We made a decision that day that, we're like a synchronized unit, all gears working in unison. One of them flies off on its own. We pull it.
Right.
We pulled it. We made the deal with Windham, and that was, from a purely wrestling standpoint, was a great move.
That was the best wrestling horse.
That was the best working wrestling tandem of all.
Definitely. Now, what are your memories of wrestling Luger nightly?
Big, strong, in shape. Still, at that point in time, his knowledge was not where it should have been, but he overcame it. Luger is one of those guys that's stronger than he looks, if you can believe it. If you've been in that gym with him, he's an animal in that gym, and he just overcame a lot of things with just sheer power. The one thing, and he kept himself in incredible cardio shape. You couldn't blow him up. You couldn't muscle him around. You could outmaneuver him for a while, but a guy that's that big and strong, and finally just wear you down.
How close were you guys all outside the ring? You, Tully, Flair, and tight?
The interview went like this. We train together. We go to the gym together. We eat together. We party together. The only thing we don't do is share a room. That's the only time we're apart, and that's the absolute truth. Tully and Rick and I were as close as any three human beings could be. That 5, 6 hours, 7 hours at night that we're asleep is the only time we're apart. If we were out for 20 days, that's it. We were together around the clock.
Do you still keep contact with Tully at all? Or?
No, it's a funny thing. I saw him in Applebee's about a week ago. It was just a fluke thing. I had the family, and we were going to eat somewhere else, and there was a long wait. We went across the street and to Applebee's, which we never go. It was a fluke thing, and I went and put our name up at the podium, turned around, there he was. Right. So we had a nice conversation. It was unique, and we haven't kept in touch. We had some disagreements, differences in philosophy, and we had a good talk, and I think we probably will be talking in the future.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.